Hello and welcome to Treasure in Every Verse. I'm your host, author and Bible teacher, Kevin Madison. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, friends, we're back. We're going to get right back into our study on the end times, and we're looking at the book of Revelation. And we've been going through the 7 churches, and we've been spending a lot of time on Smyrna, essentially because Smyrna has so much data in it. I know and understand that each one of these churches have about 7 to 10 verses that the Lord give on each one of them. But you have to understand what's going on. We're talking about the age of the church. And so what do you mean? What do I mean when I say the age of the church? Watch this. Oh, I think I have it. So let's see. The age of the church consists of the way that God structured this is that the church is going through a certain period of time. So right here, you see this timeline that I have. I did this before, I was going to do it again. But just the timeline of it. So when you look at this timeline and look at Smyrna, look at the ground that it covers. But not only that, there is a lot of things that happen in Smyrna that happens across all the churches. And it's very unique in all the things that happen. It's very Jewish because the apostolic church of Ephesus basically was almost all Jewish until the apostles started branching out with Paul into the into the Gentile. So what happens? All the remaining apostles, did they talk to some Gentiles? Yes. But primarily, Paul was the apostle that God himself chose to go to the Gentiles. So everything that Peter wrote to the Jews, all right? The Gospels, essentially, they were written to the Jews, but it spread to the church. Then you had the book of Acts. It again was written concerning the Jews, but Luke was with Paul on all these journeys. So he had a first-hand experience of all the things. So then it transitioned. And that's what you see in the book of Acts. It starts off with the apostles first, without Paul. Then once it gets to Paul and they have that meeting in Acts chapter 15, I don't know if you noticed it, but every other apostle disappeared. And the only thing that's being talked about, only person being talked about is Paul. Why is that? Because that's the way the Bible is structured. So you have to understand that. You have to understand the transition that happened to each one of them. And the only other apostle that wrote directly to Gentiles was the apostle John. Why? Because the apostle John started here in the church of Ephesus, and he literally pastored that church. And when he went to Patmos, he was there. And when he came out of Patmos, he went back there. And some history say he died in Ephesus, not Jerusalem.